Hello and welcome to Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'm Caitlin Rhiannon. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I'm going to be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get an idea of the energy for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, and how we can best navigate throughout or within those energies. I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for every sign of the Western Zodiac. The first card will be from the Tarot Familiars deck, and that will give us an idea of what we're going to be dealing with over this coming week. And the second card will be from the Black Moon Astrology cards deck, and that will give us some advice on how to navigate throughout the energy presented in the week. At the very end, I will also be pulling a universal manifestation card. So if you choose to skip ahead to the cards that are pulled for your sign, try to make sure to skip to the end as well so that you can get a little bit of that goodness in your life this week. Now, since it is Aquarius season, let's go ahead and get started with our lovely Aquarians. Aquarius, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021 is the World. Now, over this next week, for the most part, things are weaving together and starting to really make sense in a way that they maybe haven't been making sense for a little while, few weeks, months, longer. You're able to see clearly. You're able to see your own development, see your growth, see the way that this is leading you and how your manifestation is starting to build, where it's all being directed. Now, this awareness can come with a sense of almost like you're seeing without experiencing, like you're standing on the outside looking in. So try not to be too alarmed if you do feel almost like you are, hovering over your own self. Unless this is actual dissociation, for the most part, this is just allowing you to be more aware of who you are, of the life that you are living, and the direction that this is taking you. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Chiron. So in astrology and in Greek mythology, not just Roman, there is Chiron is the wounded healer, the centaur, and he represents medicine and healing and taking care of the world. So with this World card, you're a lot more aware of your talents, of what you can do, of what you have to offer. So over this next week, as you are a little bit more aware of yourself and your own balance, try to look at the people in your life or the energies or structures in your life that are imbalanced or seem unhealthy or unwell in some way, and see what you can do to help remedy this, to help realign things in a way that works for everyone. This isn't just about your development, Aquarius. You are growing as an individual, yes, but right now you have the ability to really help others. Pisces, including myself, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021 is the Star reversed. You might not be seeing things super clearly this week. You might not be sure of where to go, where your steps are taking you, where your steps have been taking you. It might feel like you have been almost just going through the motions and drifting, and now you don't know where you have ended up. The star is normally the symbol of guidance and clarity, and when it's reversed, your imagination is running wild with you, and it's creating this sort of daydreamy fog that is preventing you from moving forward with clarity and real understanding of what you are doing and why. The oracle card that comes along this week is Scorpio. As soon as I can pick it up, is Scorpio. And with Scorpio energy, you're asked to go deep, go into your emotional self without being afraid. If you are running in circles, there may be a deeper, more spiritual or emotional reason why. So this really deep, intense scorpionic energy comes forward and asks you to address your feelings. Are you hurting yourself in some way, Pisces? Are you doing this to yourself because you're afraid of moving forward? And if you are, to take the energy that isn't working, that is keeping you stuck, and actively turn it into something that can elevate your energy and allow you to move forward and to make the progress that you really want to be seeing right now. Aries, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, is the World. So over this next week, it feels like you are on top of the world. You are watching your life happen, watching your dreams come true, watching things become reality. It feels like everything is falling into place exactly as it is supposed to over this next week. And there's a lot of comfort that comes along with this, relief, feeling like just reaffirmed and validated that you are moving in the direction that is best for you, that you have been gaining traction, and that, this hasn't been a waste of effort and energy. The oracle card that comes along with this is the 7th house card. So the 7th house is about partnerships and relationships, but like the ones that really balance you. This can be marriage, this can be your soulmate, best friend, your twin sister, that sort of energy. This is just reminding you that you don't have to do this alone. So even though everything seems to be going not necessarily right, not necessarily well, but the way that it needs to happen, the way that it should be going towards your own best good, even though things are going in that direction, there may be a feeling of, doing it alone, of struggling a little bit with that. And you're encouraged to not worry so much about that. You have people in your corner. You have people supporting you. You have got partners. And this is not just family, though it does have a family energy a lot of the time. You have got these pillars of support that you can lean on, not because you're weak, not even because you need a break necessarily, but just to know that you've got them. Taurus, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, is the Hermit. So you're taking a little bit of a step back from people in general, from society, from what people and society and the world expects of you. There is just a little bit of retreat over this next week, wanting to spend time with yourself, get to know yourself a little bit better. And why not? You're with you the whole time. You should probably know yourself better than anybody else. And if you especially have been feeling like a stranger to yourself, this break from the world and this momentary retreat into solitude can provide a lot of really helpful insight. And this will help you, even if you know who you are and know where you're at right now, this will help you to integrate and process feelings and thoughts that just might be a little busy in your energy right now. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this, interestingly, is Leo, which is normally such a social, pay attention to me, standing in the spotlight energy. And in this sense, with the Hermit as its partner, it's just about doing what is best for you. There is a stubbornness that comes along with the Leo energy of knowing who you are, what is best for you, and not letting anybody else try to dictate any of that for you. You know what's best. You know yourself. You know your body, you know your mind, you know your soul, you know your heart, and nobody else gets to dictate what that is and what your needs are. So over this next week, you're encouraged to do what you know is best for you. And this does tie in to the separation from other people by not allowing them to influence your decisions about yourself. Gemini, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a frustrating one, especially where work, money, finances, your home, your physical body, the material world, the things that you can reach out and touch, where all of that is concerned. This is not a good week for making new starts in this area. If you are looking for a job, maybe hold off until next week. If you're looking for a house, same thing. If you are starting your workout, by all means get started, but don't expect changes overnight. And if you do, just wait until you can be a little more patient with yourself. There is a strong sense of frustration in this area and of not having traction, not being able to dig your roots in so that things are stable and able to grow. So if you are trying to work on manifestation this week, I'm sorry to say, Gemini, it's probably not the best week for it. The oracle card that comes along with this is the South Node. And this is about getting away from things that are no longer relevant to you. So the reason that your manifestations are not working, that it feels like things are slowing to a halt, is probably because you are trying to move in a direction that actually does not benefit your own highest good. The South Node a lot of the time represents our past and our past lives, our past selves, past versions of ourselves that we are supposed to evolve out of. Encouraged is a better word here. You're encouraged to leave some of these values behind if you don't actually value them. Cancer, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021 is the 10 of Wands reversed. So you are doing some leaving behind, and this is really healthy. You are letting go of what no longer serves you, of baggage that isn't yours, isn't relevant to you, doesn't fit anymore, all of that. You are just, if it hurts you, you are letting it go. If it's not healthy for you, you are letting it go. There is a deep and visceral sense of release and the relief that comes along with it. Especially taking care of other people, if they are just using you, if they are just accepting your help with minimal gratitude and zero payback, letting go of responsibilities that are not yours to carry anymore. That is the biggest message that I usually see with the 10 of Wands. We see nurturers, especially caretakers, carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. And then when it reverses like this, you're only carrying your own world. You're only carrying what you have the strength and need to carry. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week for you is the Cancer card. Cancer, you get your own energy. So you are really being encouraged right now to just be yourself, especially as the Cancer key phrase is I feel. You are encouraged to feel yourself. Feel who you are. Recognize yourself. Be whole and present within your own being, especially as you are letting go of all of these energies that no longer serve you, that are no longer relevant. You may have a few questions about who you are now. There is this sense of renewal that comes with release. And you get to decide the person that you want to be going forward, Cancer. So this week, if you need to make it all about you, it's all about you. Leo, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021 is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a bit of a tricky one, because it means that you have blessings in your life. It means that there are real emotional opportunities for fulfillment presented to you, offered to you right here in your face where you should be able to see it. But because of the nature of the Four of Cups, it usually means that you're either not aware, you're not looking, or you are paying so much attention on what you already have, on what is working or isn't working, but you're used to it, so it's comfortable. Even if it's not really comfortable, it's just what you're used to, that you're not paying attention to what universe is trying to give you. There is this opportunity for happiness, for moving forward, for feeling fulfilled and connected and renewed, and you are most likely ignoring or not noticing it because you are so busy with everything else going on. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Aquarius. So the Aquarius energy here, there's a couple meanings behind this. Primarily, Aquarius is about knowing and understanding and mental energy. So coming out of your if you are wallowing in your feelings, coming out of those feelings and up into your head so that you can pay attention more. There's a little bit more clarity of thought in, this isn't working for me, but this looks like a really good idea, rather than allowing the stress to drag you down and worry about, well, this is what I'm used to. So this is what I deserve. Even worse, this is what I deserve. Don't put that on yourself. The secondary meaning of this particular oracle card coming up now is that it is Aquarius season. So live in the moment, Leo. Stop determining who you are by who you used to be. There might be parts of that is still true, but not all of it. You have outgrown your old self. So try to be in the moment rather than worrying about who you were or who you're going to be. Just be who you are. Virgo, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021 is the World. All things are coming together. It is like puzzle pieces clicking into place so that you're able to see the whole picture. Maybe there were only a few puzzle pieces missing. Maybe the whole thing was a jumble, but over this next week, you are seeing your own development so much more clearly, and you're able to give yourself a lot more credit for the work that you have done, for other people, for yourself, for your own just growth, not even for realizing that there was any long-term benefit, but there is a sense of just being more connected and more connected to the world without making it, without worrying, I was going to say without making it about you, but that's not even the thing. It's not necessarily that you're making it about you. It's that you are recognizing that you, even though you are the main character in your own story, you might not be the main character in somebody else's. And every person is living their own different story, and that is what makes up this world. So there's a little more awareness of that. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this, Virgo, Mercury retrograde. Watch your communication. Make sure that you are being extra clear this week about what you want, because if you say you want something, be prepared to get it. Be careful what you wish for, and be careful how you phrase those requests. When you ask for a windfall, that doesn't necessarily mean money. It can sometimes be unfortunately literal. Now, the other thing about the Mercury retrograde energy as an advice card is you get to choose this time to make sure that you are moving in the direction that you want to be going in. If you need to redetermine or redesign the direction that your life is taking, use this week to start laying those plans. Libra, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021 is Death. You are doing some releasing this week, some purging, some letting things stay where they need to, which in this case is probably dead and gone. There is a sense of recognizing what is no longer relevant to you and letting it go. As difficult and uncomfortable as it might be, there could be grief that comes along with this. This is a major arcana card. This is not minor arcana. This is not something simple like cleaning, light spring cleaning, throwing a few things out. This can be physical stuff that is keeping you bogged down, that needs to be purged, and just a complete overhaul of your inventory. But this can be your relationships, your emotional and spiritual inventory, recognizing habits that are no longer healthy, that, maybe once were positive, but just now not moving you forward, and probably doing more, not even harm, but more ungood than good. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Saturn return card. So Libra, you are really doing some deep soul searching this week. The Saturn return energy is about what lessons have you learned? Who are you? And how is this leading you towards the person that you want to be? So you are probably doing some some really deep shedding work over this next week, Libra, even if you don't necessarily realize that you're doing it. And if there are energies that are leaving your life, try not to hold on. Instead, look at why they are leaving and what they can potentially turn into further down the road. Scorpio, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, is the Six of Swords. You're getting over it. You are doing the work to leave some emotional unhappiness or discomfort behind. If you are or have been in a negative situation, or a situation that has been keeping you stuck, keeping you weighed down, potentially a toxic or even harmful one, this is a good week for moving out of that. There's more ability for movement, and it's almost as though there is somebody there who can help facilitate getting out of the situation itself, whether that is you or somebody in your life just stepping up and doing what needs to get done to get you out of there. It's happening. There is movement and a sense of freedom and relief that comes with it, moving into a situation that is just better for you, where you're able to either release your stresses or work through them. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Gemini, which kind of doubles down on the mental energy this week for you. Have fun with that, Scorpio. So there's a lot of thought over this next week. The advice that comes with the Gemini card is to actively think, do the thinking, and pay attention to where your thoughts are taking you. If you are finding yourself in some sort of icky, toxic, downward mental spiral of self-doubt or self-hate, pay attention to that and see what is causing it. Because like I said, this is a good week to be moving out of harmful and unhealthy situations. So if you are finding yourself in an unhealthy state of mind, look at what situations are causing that. Sagittarius, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, is the Tower reversed. Now, the Tower reverses when you are holding on too tightly or resisting necessary change. So over this next week, it's kind of likely that universe is banging on your door trying to get you to do something, and you have got your blinders up saying, no, I don't want to do that because what if it's different? What if it's uncomfortable? What if it's not what I'm used to? And so what? Maybe it's better. Like, yeah, maybe you try something and it isn't what you want. And that's fine. You don't have to try it again. But what if you try something this week, Sagittarius, and it absolutely sings to your soul and it just sets you on fire in the best ways possible? What if you do that? And now think about the fact that you're not allowing yourself necessarily to just have these experiences. So try to be mindful this week of those walls that are keeping you stuck. The reversed tower does not mean that you get to stay comfy and cozy in your safe little house. It still means you need to move forward. But what are you holding on to that is keeping you there? The oracle card that comes along with this is Cancer. So Sagittarius, you are being asked to feel your feelings, address your emotional self, and ask that part of yourself what you need. What you need now, what you need going forward, what you need ultimately long-term, permanently, what you need temporarily, what you need forever. That all of those emotional needs need to be addressed right now. So you've got this real resistance to experience, but if you lock the world out, all you are left with is yourself and what is in yourself, but your thoughts and your feelings. So over this next week, you're encouraged to, if you're not letting yourself live your life, feel your feelings and figure out why. Capricorn, your tarot card for the week of January 24th to 30th, 2021, is the World. So all things are finally weaving together in a way that makes sense. your work is paying off, your thoughts are coming back into balance, you and your own energy are coming back into balance with each other, with the world. You're coming back to life. You're allowing yourself to be part of something bigger than just you. And there is a sense of almost like swallowing your pride and setting your own priorities, not necessarily aside, but just a little bit off center, so that you are focusing on them without letting them get in the way of your interactions with other people, with helping other people and being there for them. You're not trying to be selfish this next week. You're just trying to connect. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the fire element card. So Capricorn, you're being asked to pull some of that fire energy into your life this next week. Pay attention to your passions, to what fires you up and what fuels you forward. What inspires you? What makes you want to create? To what makes you feel the most alive? So really, you're being really asked over this next week, as all things are falling into place. You might not need to do a lot of external work. So take that time to turn inward just a little bit and pay attention to your desires, to what you want, not necessarily your needs. Your needs are being met. Your needs are falling into place. But next comes the wants, the excitement, the spice of life. So what do you want, Capricorn? At the end of my readings, I like to pull a card from my favorite manifestation, motivation, affirmation deck, the Super Attractor. So I have pulled one card for everyone who joins me for this reading, just to give us an idea of what to focus on, carry within ourselves throughout the coming week. So the card that I have drawn for us says, the more I attune my energy with appreciation, the more the universe will deliver. The more I attune my energy with appreciation, the more the universe will deliver. So my interpretation of this is, the more I actively tune into appreciation and gratitude, like being actively grateful for what I have, for what is working, rather than dwelling on what I don't and what is not, the more the universe will deliver. It's like when you send out thank you cards. It lets people know that they are appreciated, that they gave you something that you like, and it lets them know what you like so that they can send you more of that. So it's saying thank you and recognizing what is working. So universe will just funnel more of that into your life and keep things going the way that you want. If you focus more on the negatives, universe probably isn't going to be sending you the light at the end of the tunnel. If you're looking for the light at the end of the tunnel and you're doing the work to ignite the light at the end of the tunnel and be grateful for the little sparks of light that lead you along the way, universe will probably give it to you. But affirmations can be a little personal, and what this says to me might be totally different from what this says to you. So if it does, and if you are open to sharing, please let me know down in the comments below how this one spoke to you this week. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I hope that the readings in this video have been resonant and that they can provide just a sort of helpful, relevant compass to offer guidance, insight, clarity, whatever it is that you need to get yourself through this coming week. Please like the video if it resonated with you, if it sang to your soul, and let me know in the comments what you thought of the cards that were pulled for your sign, what you thought of the Super Attractor at the very end, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future, whether that is guided meditations and visualizations, deck reviews, little witchy spell things, card spreads, whatever, let me know what you want. Give it to me. Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly forecasts like this one and monthly forecasts, and let me know, and I'll be uploading more too. I've got a few things planned for the coming months. Look out for those. I'm excited to have you along for this journey with me. It's going to be an interesting and I think a fun one. And if you haven't already, I'll make sure to leave a link to my Facebook page in the description down below too. Go ahead and follow me over there at Hedgewitch Hearthcraft on Facebook. I upload a daily card every single day just to give us an idea of how to move towards our own greatest good. And that's also the best way if you ever want to get in touch with me to book a reading or even just to, ask a question or say hello. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Be good to yourself.